Jim. There's a special event of electricity here in the air at the Ice Stadium for several reasons, one being that women's figure skating is one of the most dramatic and elegant events of all the Winter Games. And secondly, the anticipation of Dorothy Hamill being on the ice, going once again head-to-head against Diane DeLue for the gold medal. Some of the non-contenders have already skated, and right now, though, Dick, we look forward with a lot of anticipation to a young doll that's about to skate.
And she is 12-year-old Elena Vodorezova of the Soviet Union, a young filly of a skater. She's just marvelous, lovely, you know, great sort of energy and excitement in her skating, and a very sweet little thing. Not unlike, for example, perhaps the early days of Olga Korbut, or the time when Janet Lin captured the hearts of the Japanese. I think we might see that kind of a situation here in Innsbruck. Lovely little skater, and she not only, it's not only her, but also the young American skater, a 15-year-old firecracker from California, Linda Fratiani, we'll be seeing right afterwards. I think these two young girls epitomize the excitement that's in the younger ranks of skating today.
Let's go to the ice and watch the young lady in pigtails. And here is the youngest and tiniest of all the Olympic competitors in these Winter Games, Elena Vodorozova, the Soviet Union.
Young lady now doing the first of her 7 moves in this short program. She almost didn't make the Olympic team because the Russians were afraid that they were advancing her too rapidly. But you can tell by the first move right here, camel lay back into a back camel, down into a sit spin and back up into a camel. Great fluidity of line there. Position still very much like a young girl, but they're right.
Skating to Taming of Fire.
Double axel, that was a beauty. Look at the height on that. Now she has a double jump combination with a triple toe loop following a double flip. Here it is. There's the double flip and a double toe loop. Not the one that she had hoped to do.
Boy, does that take us back 4 years to Munich and Olga Korbut. Just watching her. Look-alikes.
Fine change since then. Very loose skating. Serpentine step right there. Now her single axel jump. Nice height. And a final spin, a layback. Good position, good stretch and turn out on the leg. A nice performance, and one that is just right for a 12-year-old girl.
And we've been watching her for a week, and she has not lost her childish ways. This sprightly 12-year-old, take a look at her.
Elena Vodorezova, watch her. She steps up into this axel. Look at the way the legs go and the stretch and the pull of them. Very nicely done. Not extraordinary style, but just the kind of style that she should have for being 12 years old. There's a danger in being too good when you're too young. The question is not whether you can play the minute waltz in a minute at 10, but how you play it at 15 and 18. And of course, she's now setting herself up for the 1980 and possibly even 84 Olympic Games. Very nice back position here. Looseness in her skating. Watch her now. She steps into this final spin. Final of her 7 moves, a layback. Nice stretch in the leg. Good leaning, good layback position. I want you to switch it over to the side. And now reach down and grab her leg, pull the skate up towards the back of her head. Very nice, very right. She's just where she should be for a 12-year-old from the Soviet Union. Second set of marks ranging from a 5.0 from the Canadian judge to a high of 5.5 from the Russian judge.
All right, the youngest of them all, and we'll be discussing some of the older, more experienced, some of the champions in the women's figure skating competition, like Diane DeLue and Dorothy Hamill, a little bit later on. But right now, Dick, Give us an insight into the short program competition.
The short program counts for 20% of the total score, and primarily it demonstrates 7 specific moves. Even though they are connected by steps and music, it's those 7 moves that are the important thing that the judges are looking for, and this is intended to demonstrate the athletic ability, the technique of the skaters. And the first one we're going to be seeing is really, I can only refer to her as a firecracker. She is. She's Linda Fratianni from the United States. She's one heck of a skater, and she's had speed and drama in her jumps. I think we're going to see a very interesting performance with her right now.
So let's watch the silver medalist in the United States Championships, Linda Fratianni. All right, 5 feet tall, 95 pounds, from the United States, 15-year-old Linda Fratianni. Here she is.
And in comparison, for example, to Elena Vodorezova, this is a 15-year-old girl who is mature and got a great deal of style and self-presence already. You can see it right here in this position and smile on her face.
Ends the Valley Professional School in Marina del Rey, California.
First combination right here, combination spin, forward camel, into a sit spin, into a layback, into a back sit spin. You can see already the tightness in the speed with which she moves. Very, very tight, quick skater. Coming up now to her first jump. Here it is. Double axel. Nice height.
Linda Fratianni, the middle of 5 children from Northridge, California. Father, a criminal lawyer. Her mother, once a teacher. The United States Championship, you may remember, she jumped from 4th to 2nd behind Dorothy Hamill.
Jump combination now. First a double flip, double toe loop. Look at how well she took her time with that, how clean it was.
Skating to Rimsky-Korsakov's Scheherazade.
Here's the next move, a serpentine step combination. Like her single axel. And her final move, a flying axel sit spin.
Linda Fratianni of the United States, who on the inside of her right shoulder, inside the dress, she carries a little packet with 4-leaf clovers she's found and a religious medal for good luck.
Very neat, clean performance. And here's slow motion now on one of the 7 required moves, a double axel. Watch now as she skates from the back outside edge here. Now watch her step up from a left forward outside edge. Look at the arms go back to lift the body. The whole body goes up. Look at the stretch of the leg. 2.5 revolutions. That was a single axel, I'm sorry. One of the required moves, not a double, but very nice height on it.
We'll learn her marks in a minute.
Well, we've seen Isabel de Navarre, the leader at the end of the compulsory figures, but now we're going to see the two girls that have been head-to-head for the last year and really are the essence of this ladies' competition. And an interesting thing has happened, you know, over the last year. Diane de Leeuw of the Netherlands, via California, has always been a girl who, although she hasn't been the strongest or best free skater, has been able to put it all together. She's really been on top of herself. She's had it between the ears. She's been able to, you know, do it when the moment counted. But this year in both the Dutch National Championships and in the European Championships, she missed on a triple toe jump that she had. She won't be doing that this afternoon, but will be later. Dorothy Hamill, on the other hand, a year ago, seemed to be a girl who was all at 6s and 7s. And all of a sudden now this year, she seems to be putting it together. So with the better strength that she has in free skating, I think it looks as though we may be seeing something lean in the direction of Dorothy Hamill. I think also it comes out in the way they act here. Dorothy Hamill, very loose, very free. If Dutch television wants to do an interview with her, it takes exactly 3 minutes and the interview is done and it's delightful. With Diane, it's sort of hard. I've been unable to really talk with her or with her coach, Doug Chapman. They've been very secretive. They've been very much alone and to themselves. They've been practicing in Garmisch instead of here. I've had a great deal of trouble in seeing them skate, and I know even Dutch television tells me that they have trouble in getting an interview, that it takes 3 days for them to be able to get to say a few words with her. I think it's almost a Svengali-like approach to the situation here, and it's interesting to see the one being open and one being closed, and the reverse in the emotional attitude towards the skating. I think it's going to show up and be very interesting starting right here in this free skating moment.
Dick, one thing I know for certain, and to all of you, they're both easy to look at. But one thing that confuses me about Diane DeLu, an American and skating for Holland.
Well, it's very simple. She has dual Dutch citizenship through her parents who are Dutch, and primarily because she felt several years ago that she would have an easier route towards a world team championship by going through Holland, which has less of a build-up ladder system than we do, and she made the world team obviously much faster than she would have had she been in the United States. That doesn't say that she's not a good skater. She is.
Does the Dutch team, the managers, do they feel that she's ready and will be at her peak and that she's really Dutch?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about the fact that she's right here. She's proven herself into a very consistent skater up to this point. And I don't think that the Dutch skaters, though, on the other hand, really consider her as being Dutch because, after all, she was born and brought up in California and is an American girl through and through.
Of course, we use a lot of Europeans that kick points after and field goals in American football.
Sure. It's all the way through this event, and why not? After all, this is a competition to determine who is the best skater, and it's not and it shouldn't be a nationalistic kind of event.
So, in a sense, we sort of have two American girls going for the gold.
And let's just hope they both skate well, and then we can really make a judgment about who is the better skater.
And now, third after the compulsories, the current world and European champion, Diane DeLu of Holland.
Very pretty girl. She's just got to hold it together now.
From Paramount, California. Skating to Stone Flowers.
And here's her first move. Double axel. Nice position on the outflow. And a layback. Good control on that. Serpentine step combination now is being performed in a huge curving serpentine movement around the ice.
In Dutch, DeLu means the lion.
And our axel sit spin. Chapman watching. Here's the double jump combination, a double flip into a double toe loop. That was not brilliantly done, but it was neat and clean. Primarily clean. Here she comes now into her single axel jump. Her final move on the ice. First a camel. That was not good right there. Down into a sit spin. Position very low, which is not quite right. Back sit spin into a back camel and a back attitude spin. I think that spin right there might hold her marks down. This was not an outstanding short program, but she did stand up.
20 years old, Diane DeLu, born in Orange County, California, from Paramount, skating for the Netherlands.
And I think really what Dorothy Hamill has now got to do is to stand up to her performance. Basically, she does a better short program than Diane.
Flowers everywhere here at the Olympic Ice Stadium. And
the audience throwing them on the ice, which in my opinion is not a good idea because no one knows what is left on the ice afterwards. Here is slow motion now on Diana. She enters the double axel. Watch. The arms go back, the legs go up. She stops, though, almost as she takes off. Very nice turns there. And opens up really a second too soon. And you can see the right shoulder is really not held back. to prevent her from curving quite so strongly in on that edge. Very lovely position right there, though. And there is the first set of marks. Now, this is for the technical merit. And a very interesting thing. Look at judge number 2 from the United States, Mrs. Yvonne Sherman McGowan. The rest all 5 6s and 5 7s. Obviously, I would almost say that I don't think that the 5 7s were deserved from a technical merit in comparison to some of the other girls here. But obviously the judges all thought so, so therefore one has to sit with that standard. I don't think that Yvonne Sherman McGowan was wrong in this instance. There is Yvonne Sherman McGowan of the United States. And a very interesting thing is happening here. Again, now she's gone down to a 5.2, and the audience is booing. The others have all given her 5 7s, 5 6s, and 5 8s. I don't think that one mark will certainly affect the final outcome. It's very, very nice girl. She's not known as being the strongest free skater, but she certainly is a powerful girl. First move coming up, that very difficult double axel. Here it is. Nice one. Slight jar, a slight out of control on the landing, but really very good. Here's the second, an Axel Sitzman, and she, again, almost fell out of that one. She's not checking her landings, either in that or in the first double axel. Here comes a combination now, 2 jumps, one of which must be a double toe loop, double flip, double toe loop.
Skating to Bernstein's Candide.
Camel spin, sit spin, change, back step. Next required move, a single axel jump. Nice, but certainly not done with the speed or the height that she should be doing it with. She's going to win this championship.
Won the compulsories at the 76 Europeans, finished 4th, however, overall.
This is the serpentine step combination.
There's Wendy Burge on the right, looking on. From the United States, Isabelle Denevar from West Germany.
Final move, a layback spin. Good position right there with the leg, but now it doesn't have the same stretch in this position that it should. Remember the days when Janet Lynn did that with the stretch and turnout?
Very pretty. Isabelle Denevar of West Germany, lives and trains in Garmisch-Partenkirchen.
A nice performance, but not a great one.
And now the capacity crowd awaits the first marks. Here they are.
And as expected, 5 3s, 5 4s, and 5 5. 1 5 6 from judge number 7, and that's the Canadian judge. There is Ralph McCreath, the Canadian judge, former champion himself, and an excellent judge. And here are the second set of marks: 5 4s, 5 5s, and a 5 7 from judge number 1, Irina Absalmalova, the Soviet Union. American judge number 2, Yvonne Sherman McGowan. Judging an event like this, all the figure skating events, is an extremely difficult job. The judges have so much to look for, so much to keep in their mind. Let's go back and take a look at one of the 7 moves that Isabelle Denevar just did in slow motion. And you, as the audience, take a look and put yourself in the judge's position, and we'll see whether or not that was well done or not. Now, watch this slow motion on Isabelle Denevar. Very beautiful leaning edge here, forward inside edge. Now she steps onto a back outside edge, preparatory to stepping up into the double axel. Step on the right foot. Now watch the arms go back and the leg behind, waiting for the thrust to lift her up into the air. Right there, you see very good cross-leg position, tight spin, perfect position right there. At that moment, the free leg comes apart a little bit too much, and there she lands. But you can see that the right shoulder at that moment has come forward instead of being checked back, so that this edge is not quite so curved. She does get it under control and now steps off into a back inside edge, curving around to go on to her next move. Now, we just took 30 seconds to see that one move. It was in slow motion, obviously. What the judges have to do is make their decision in this length of time. And there's that jump done in an instant and never to be seen by the judges again.
That's world champion Diane DeLue, Dorothy Hamill's top rival, the gold medal, warming up. We'll be back shortly for her.
Serpentine steps, we can see them, the serpentine best from this angle. Huge curving steps. Overall pattern is in a serpentine around the ring.
In last year's World's Championship, third behind Dorothy Hamill and Diane DeLue.
Here's her single axel. Nice one. And now her combination spin. First a camel, lay back, do a sit spin, change, back up into a leg held back camel. Very neat.
Yes.
Very clean. Very nice.
19-year-old from East Berlin who wants to be a sports reporter. Print and television. Christine Erath.
All right, here's slow motion now on Christine as she steps up into her double axel. Where the arms go on the leg, taking off. Nice turning right there. Free, rather a wide free leg on the landing, and a very low position there. The back is down, but certainly not down out of where it should be. Very nice position. Ho-ho, and here's the first set of marks. 5-7, 5-8. Straight across the board. Very good marks. I think marks that pulled her up over her own countrymen. Those are consistent straight across the board. There's the second set of marks now for Christine Erath. 5-6s, 5-7s, and 5-8. The 5-6, incidentally, from the U.S. judge. Once again, remember, it does not matter where the judge puts them in relationship to the 6, but in relationship to each other. Incidentally, there is Elena Vodorezeva of the Soviet Union, 12 years old, obviously chewing gum like an American, but watching with the intent of her country. Austria's heroine, Trixie Schubert. And Trixie, it's nice to see you.
It's nice to be back here in Innsbruck.
You were the greatest school figure skater of all time. What do you think of the free skating year? What's your prediction about who's going to win?
Well, I think Dorothy will win because she has a very good position after the school figures, and she's very strong in free skating too, and I hope she has very good nerves, and I wish her very good luck.
Do you think she'll be able to hold those nerves together?
I hope so.
Trixie, you're beautiful as ever. It's great to see you. Good luck in your show skating. I know you're doing that now, and thanks for coming over and talking with us.
Thank you very much.
Dorothy Hamill warming up briefly on the ice prior to her short program performance. In a long warm-up, Dorothy had a tremendous fall.
One of those things that happens, maybe it's a good thing that it happened during the warm-up and got it out of her system. If she can just get over what she herself feels about the tenseness and tightness that comes to her before she skates, well, then I think she'll be able to be all right. The question is whether she stands up during this short program.
We'll be back in a minute. Champion twice, second in the world, Dorothy Hamill from the United States.
And you cannot believe the pressure that is right now on this young lady.
Skating to Seahawk by Korngold. Second after the compulsories.
First of all, an axel jump. Here it is. Nice arm movement. Good height. Good arm movements on the way out.
First
Our
30
second
seconds.
move, very difficult one, the double axel. Here it is. Nice and clean. The move she fell on in a warm-up earlier. Flying axel sit spin. Good girl. Nice position there. Little jump combination first. A double flip. Stepping up into a double toe loop. You look relaxed on that.
What a face. Cool, beautiful.
combination right here. Little camel, little spiral in it. Now our layback. Nice back position there. Lovely back position there. Beautiful.
Like a music box.
Under control, completely under control, that spin. Very nicely done. And our final move now, a final combination. First a forward camel. Play back again, tips them to the side. Into a sit spin. Now change it, hold it. There it is. That's it. She did this very, very well. Very well.
19-year-old Dorothy Hamill.
Lovely position. She did pull it together. She did, and that will get her, I am sure, the mark that will take her one step closer to the Olympic gold medal, that bridge of gold that she's got across. Look at her, blow it. Look at her, just go at her on. She knows it.
Carlo Fassi, her coach.
She knows it.
Dr. Hugh
She is
Graham.
with Carlo Fassi and
Dr. Frank Nelson getting a kiss.
Hugh Graham, the team managers from the U.S. Oh, brother, look at the smile now. That pressure is off. Very neat, very quick. That's all that she had to do. Listen, did you hear her ask that? She said, it was okay, it was okay. She's asking.
Well, the nine folks across the way will tell the story. The 9 judges.
Well, that's not really important what they say. Right now, she did it for herself. She did overcome the problem. See, look at the smile on her face.
Let's listen in.
I have another one for tonight.
Dr.
Frank Nelson
of Tulsa, Dr.
Hugh Graham,
also.
Carlo Fassi teacher. And there are the marks. 5'8" and 5'9", right across the board. 5'8" and 5'9". Remember, those are for the technical merit. Technical merit of those 7 moves. 7 moves. I think this is going to certainly hold her in first place. And for her, I don't know if that's good or bad, because sometimes she stays better under pressure, behind, sometimes better ahead of the game.
All right, in the first set, 6 5/8 and 3 5/9 for technical merit from the 9 judges.
Oh, that is one relieved girl. Nearsighted, look at her having to squint there.
Riverside, Connecticut, 19-year-old, graduate of Colorado Academy, gourmet cook, and now smiling at the view, Richard. Squinting to see the marks when they come up on an overhead scoreboard here at Olympic Ice Stadium, built in 1964 for those games. Improved in the meantime, acoustics and lighting. And we hope our pictures coming back to you are as pleasant as the looks on these 2 faces. A little apprehensive.
There we are. Set of marks now. A 6. A 6 from the last judge from Italy. All the rest 5'9", 2 5'8" from judge number 4, which is from Japan. Judge number 5 from Holland. And judge number 7, Ralph Street. Very good mark. And boy, is she a happy young lady right now.
How about you, Dick?
Squinting. Oh, I'm the life. I'm the life, I can't see straight. Okay, let's go back and take a look at some of the slow motion in Dorothy as she steps up into this. I don't know whether it's a double or a single, but it looks like the double. Look at the strength and the power going up into that right there. Beautifully closed legs, and neatly opening them out as she lands and stretches back out. Very, very nice. Okay, here now is slow motion on Dorothy Hamill in that layback spin. Now, very nice style there. Watch her step into this now, and watch the solidity of the spin. The fact that it stays in one spot is centered. She goes into this back position. Beautiful arch on the back, the leg straight behind her. The leg behind her in a slightly attitude position. Not to the side, which would be wrong. Now, she stays very much in control here as she changes these arm positions, not losing the back position. Now, that's very good control on this. Look at this. Even at this stage of the game, totally different arm position, but still maintaining the layback position. Very, very lovely jump. Very, very lovely spin.